Hello, and welcome to Campus Currents, where we help you navigate the tides of campus living. My name is Maya.
And my name is Netta. Today we're going to be recapping Seattle University's top stories from these past few weeks.
Let's get into it. The Lee Center for the Arts is hosting its final production before the building is demolished in August 2026 to make way for the new Seattle U Museum of Art. The theater department's staging of Art Town transforms the stage into early 1900s Grover's Corner, embracing Thornton Wilder's minimalist style with pantomime, vintage seating, and handmade sound effects. The production carries emotional weight for students and faculty who have pushed to save the Lee Center, arguing that the university is losing a significant theatrical and cultural hub. Director Janet Hyatt-Shahi and cast members say the show's themes of life, memory, and impermanence mirror the building's fate. This year marks a transition. Theater operation will shift to the Vashon Gallery and eventually Seattle U's South Lake Union campus, where Cornish faculties will support future productions. Despite uncertainty, students say the collaboration with Cornish and the tight-knit ensemble signal a hopeful next chapter for the program.
It's kind of sad that the Lee Center's last show is about how temporary life is.
Yeah, it feels like the perfect show to end that era of the building, and now the university is trying to figure out what comes next.
Which is also happening with some of Seattle U's biggest student programs, including the Sullivan Scholarship. In fall 2024, the Sullivan Scholarship Program was paused for reevaluation, with no new scholars selected for the 2024-25 academic year. Now, the program has returned, but with a far narrower scope. The scholarship is now awarded to just 2 students per year compared to the previous 9, and both must have attended Catholic or Jesuit high schools. The 2024 reevaluation of the program stemmed from a desire to increase accessibility by redirecting funds originally designated for the merit-based Sullivan Scholarship to the need-based Costco Scholarship and Seattle University-bound programs. Quote, "The redistribution of these 7 full-ride scholarships allowed an additional 100 to 120 students to attend Seattle U," says James Miller, Associate Vice President and Dean of Admissions, writing in an email to The Spectator. This decision was not without criticism. Sullivan alumni have praised the cohort model that will be adjusted to support just 2 students, as well as the lack of demographic diversity often found at Catholic schools. According to Miller, these concerns have been taken into account during the reevaluation.
When news of a hantavirus outbreak began circulating on social media, many Seattle University students felt an unsettling sense of familiarity. Videos on TikTok resurfaced COVID-era habits and collective dread as people braced for what some feared could be another global health crisis. Hantavirus, a rare respiratory disease caught from infected rodents, typically doesn't spread between humans. However, experts at Seattle U say the situation, though serious, is unlikely to escalate. The current outbreak traces back to the MV Hondius, a Dutch cruise ship that departed from Argentina in early April. With at least 12 cases reported mid-May and 3 passengers dead mid-voyage, the ship became the center of an international crisis, with more than a dozen countries responding. The Center of Disease Control has classified the outbreak as a Level 3 emergency response. The outbreak now has a direct tie to the Seattle area. 4 King County residents are currently being monitored for the Andes virus, all linked to the cruise. As the outbreak develops and King County health officials monitor the situation, Seattle U students are balancing staying informed without slipping into panic. Experts say that the key takeaway remains the same as in past outbreaks: trust the science.
I understand the anxiety surrounding the hantavirus. I'm always concerned about getting sick.
Honey, I'm not getting sick, but I can assure you that it was getting sickening in the Campion Ballroom for the SU Drag Show.
Campion Ballroom's backstage area, a large fluorescent lit room covered in stainless steel surfaces piled high with colorful costumes, was full of drag queens, kings, creatures, and things, chatting excitedly in hushed tones and preparing for their performances in Seattle University's annual drag show Tuesday, April 28, 2026. Put on by Seattle U's Triangle Club, the drag show is a long-standing tradition. This year's theme, Heroes and Villains, inspired every type of performance. From Anna Erotica's lip-sync and impressively bendy dance routine to a mix of What You Need by Ashley Sienna and Halloweeny 4 Innards by Ashniko, to Richie Love's dramatic lip sync to Abracadabra by Lady Gaga, dressed as Raven from Teen Titans, sporting a long, glossy purple wig. Performers were a combination of Seattle U and Cornish students, as well as other Washington-based queens. To get involved with the Triangle Club, check out the Pride link located in the Mosaic Center, or keep an eye out on the Triangle Club Instagram for upcoming events and meetings.
Almost 200 students, families, and members of the Seattle community gathered in room 210 of the Student Center on May 9th to celebrate the turn of the new year with Seattle University's Khmer Student Association, KHSA. KHSA was founded in 2024. Since then, the club has hosted dozens of events and general meetings that aim at highlighting and educating students about the rich history and culture of Cambodia. 2 years later, with 5 board members and the addition of Haley Hun, KHSA hosted their inaugural Khmer New Year celebration and cultural showcase. The theme for the night was the Golden Age, referring to the music, history, and culture that was popularized in Cambodia during the 1960s.
It's really cool seeing student organizations create spaces where people can share their culture with the whole community.
Yeah, and you can tell how much work went into making that event happen.
Speaking of dedication, there's been another student who's been putting in years of work towards his goals, and now Seattle U golfer Keagen is starting to see those results pay off. The Mill Creek native solidified himself as one of the top golfers in the West Coast Conference after placing third in the WCC Championship on May 2nd. Keagen shot a combined score of 210 over 3 days, 6 strokes under par. Keagen has been playing golf since he was just 3 years old and has long-term goals of becoming a pro. Keagen made it one step closer to that goal after coming third in the U.S. Open local qualifier, punching his ticket to the sectionals round and a chance to qualify for the U.S. Open.
Seattle U Volleyball has added 9 new players this offseason, 4 transfers, and 5 incoming freshmen. The incoming transfers include junior Haley McElrath from Lamar University, sophomore Bella Jones from San Diego State, Lexi Jones from Montana State Northern, and sophomore Clara Garcia from Fresno State. The incoming freshmen include Orinayo Olukami from Quartz Hill High School, Linnea Moore from Homestead High School, Phi Unga from Arbor View High School, Elena Duong from Curtis High School, and Janae Dumont from Meade High School. Seattle U did a similar thing last season as well. For head coach Dan Binky, the goal is not just to fill the spots, but to create a strong, lasting culture of success.
And that's all for this episode of Campus Currents.
To read more, check out our website, saddlespectator.com. And remember,
Stay current, Redhawks!